Justice League is directed by Zack Snyder and is the 5th film in the DC Extended Universe and stars Ben Affleck as Batman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Ezra Miller as The Flash, Ray Fisher as Cyborg, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, and possibly Henry Cavill as Superman. And first up, I will get this straight out there, I think this film was a blast. I had a really good time with this movie. I thought it was extremely fun. And I really enjoyed this movie. Was it perfect? No, but no movie is. But I thought it was pretty good. Basically, Batman, after the death of Superman in Batman v Superman, Batman has a restored hope in humanity and is wanting to gather some metahumans to create a team to battle a threat, an extraterrestrial threat, and he wants to team up with Wonder Woman and find these beings. And basically, I enjoyed the movie. Ben Affleck is really good as Batman. I'm going to go into a more spoiler, in-depth review later. This is just going to be like my thoughts on the film and my rating and everything. I'm going to go into like in-depth one in another video, so look out for that one. But yeah, Ben Affleck is good. Again, he's like one of the best, if not the best, Batman on screen there's been. Gal Gadot is really good again as Wonder Woman. The new cast members, they're all good. It doesn't give you much of their backstory. It doesn't delve into their backstory much, but the character and personality that they bring to their characters is fantastic. Especially Ezra Miller as the Flash. He's really funny in this movie, and I enjoyed his character extremely. And I really hope they do a Flash movie because I think he's really good. Jason Momoa is a badass. He's like a surfer dude. He's Aquaman, and he's brilliant. He brings another dimension to the Aquaman character that we've never seen before, because everyone's like got this preconceived notion of what Aquaman is, and once they see this Aquaman, that is all going to change. And I can't wait for his movie, which comes out next year. I think it's in December 2018. Ray Fisher as Cyborg is probably the best actor in the movie. He's got an understated role. He brings this this tragic story to the character of Cyborg, which is what the character of Cyborg needs. And he does it really well. I think this is his first feature film. He's more of a stage actor, but yeah, he's really good. The abilities that Cyborg shows is pretty awesome, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all these characters again. The film is really funny. I had a lot of fun. Really good action. There's great scenes in it. There's a great scene involving Batman at the start, which is like straight out of the comic books. It's really, really good. Amy Adams isn't in it that much, but she's got a pivotal part in the movie, and again, I think she's a brilliant actress, and she's pretty decent in the role. Like I said, she's not in it much. Jeremy Irons is really good as Alfred. He reprises that role, and he gives this dry wit to the character that it's really similar but different to Michael Caine's. If you've seen Batman v Superman, you know what I mean, and it's really good. I like him. The action is really good. It's really funny. The film looks beautiful, and I had a lot of fun. The film is very short, though. Say very short. It is 2 hours long, and I can kind of tell that there's been quite a bit cut out. Obviously, there's a lot from the trailers that's not in the movie, which I noticed as soon as I was watching the film. And I'd really like them to do an extended cut or whatever, because it does. Some scenes do feel rushed. I would like to see them delve a little bit more into the Flash's backstory and Aquaman's and Cyborg's. I know there's scenes showing Cyborg pre-accident, so yeah, I would like these scenes to be added in a future Blu-ray release. But overall, I thought the characters' personalities and when they're all together, they worked really, really well. The chemistry between all the characters was brilliant, and the humour between all the characters was fantastic. The characters looked great in costume. The sets were brilliant. The cinematography was really good, and yeah, the musical score was interesting because it was different to like what you'd previously seen in the Zack Snyder films, in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, which were Hans Zimmer scores. This one's by Danny Elfman, and he incorporates a little bit of like Man of Steel, but then you hear glimpses of his Batman 1989 score, and then you hear glimpses of John Williams' Superman theme, which is really interesting. But I liked the flavour that he brought to the film. Now on to some negatives. I'm not going to go too in depth in these, but Steppenwolf could have been better. He's a plain one note villain. He's there to take over the world, and that's what the film needed, in my opinion, so it doesn't take away much attention from the Justice League. Otherwise, the film would, if it was going to have a villain like the Injustice Society or Mongol, Brainiac, Darkseid, then the movie would have to be 3 hours, because you'd have to delve into the villain's backstory and have him be prominent, as well as focus on the Justice League and bringing them together. And this film didn't need that, in my opinion. The villain was there, and he had a story to tell, and he had a mission. He was there to take over the world, and it was the reason the Justice League are brought together. But the main focus was on the Justice League itself, which I was fine with. Some of the CGI in the film could have been better. Sometimes I was noticing Steppenwolf kind of could have looked a bit better. Sometimes he looked a bit video game-ish. And yeah, overall they could have had a better villain. When they first announced that it was going to be Steppenwolf, I was kind of disappointed and thought, they could have done a better villain than him. But that's what we got. And like I said, a bigger villain would have taken away more focus on the Justice League. So I was kind of happy with what we got, in a way. So yeah, I'm going to go into a much more, bigger, more in-depth spoiler review, soon. So stay tuned for that, guys. I'm going to give this a rating of A-. Yep, I was really happy with this movie. Obviously, I would have preferred it to be like 2.5 hours, 3 hours long. I hope we do get that extended cut, but overall, really enjoyed the movie. I've seen it twice already. Plan on seeing it a few more times in the cinema before it leaves. And yeah, let me know down below, guys. What did you think of the movie? Who was your favourite character? Which was the breakout star of the movie? What were your negatives? Like and share my channel, guys. And remember, stay heroic.